Welcome back to my channel. Happy Easter, belated Easter. I have actually filmed quite a few videos that were not so bad, but there was some sort of weird mess up, so I'm starting from scratch to do it all over again. Hopefully I won't forget anything. This is a functional video, not a flip through or anything. I will show you, there's quite a few changes from the last time, which was a couple days ago. Real quick, notice I'm back in my Giglio. That Malden literally lasted overnight, and the next day I missed my Giglio very badly, and I even have tabs on the side. I made it work, and I do have 2 new Giglios on the way, new to me, very old to others, but I'm excited because I found my, actually was able to find and purchase my, dream Giglio, which is the gray croc-eyed, I think. That's what it is. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I am in my undyed. This was my first Giglio, where the love began. But this is a functional video. I'm going to have 3 different videos. I'll let you know if it's going to end up being parts. I'll put it in the title because that does tend to happen. You will hear nature sounds like birds and things like that, possible trains, and my washer and dryer, and probably my child. So just know this is a family home. I have the day off and it's beautiful outside. So let's get started. Okay, so I wanted to do all the different types of, excuse the glare, planning that I do. I have daily planning, weekly planning, monthly planning, evening planning, and morning AM planning, and tracking. Now, all these things are going to have to be broken up because they change seasonally, and they're very different. Now, last night I went through my weekly, because I have 3 weekly layouts, and it's actually very interesting, I think, how I do it. But I'm thinking, I don't know which one I want to do first. So let's go ahead and do, I'll walk you through my weekly, how I do it, but because I've already done it, I don't actually show you anything unless I think about something. And then I'll do some daily in my next, and then monthly. I think I need to set up my monthly for this upcoming month. I've got the inserts printed out. I just don't have it set up because I wanted to do it on camera. So as you see, I finally got some vellum, so I do have some new vellums in and out. If you want to see a flip through of the decor and whatnot, just comment below and maybe I'll do that. But let's see. When I go to plan my weeklies, okay, this can be quite interesting for me. It's a lot of work, but it's fun for me. And I do have certain supplies that I use that I think I'll do a whole other video on, because I've got to keep this kind of short. So in the front, I have a series of different inboxes. That may sound insane, but just hear me out. In the back, I've got this as an inbox, like important papers and things like that. Let me just move this so the glare goes away. And then I have this part of an inbox right here, which is my quick note. Basically, anytime I'm out and about and I have people call me or talk to me, meet people, I do have my own business, and it does require a lot of communication with humans. So there's things that I need to write down quickly and don't want to flip through my planner. It just needs to be a quick note, and then I'll delegate it later. So basically up here is my remember to list. These are Peanuts Planner Co. I finally folded and bought her functional pack of the whole set, and they're awesome. I love them. I like the marbled effect. I think I would have preferred though the plain grays, the older versions, but this is fine too. And they're small, so they actually fit in they actually fit back here. I just didn't want the bulk back there. So so this basically are things I need to remember to do. For example, I have checklist section daily. I need to look through my list section every single day because there's things, create new lists. There's lists I need to add and make and things like that to keep this planner aflow. Now, I do use one planner for everything. I have attempted multiple planners. I've even attempted having my daily separate. It worked okay, but one of the planners ended up getting neglected. So with that being said, and now I do like to journal in a separate, I like to journal in my Hobonichi A6. I do have an A16 that I absolutely adore with my Stayology and Hobonichi. Sorry, digressing. So this is part of the inbox. I check this, and then I go here. Anytime I need to reference something quickly out and about, I do check this. I'm not big on using my phone. You'd be surprised. I have a very nice phone, and I use it for my business mostly business and for YouTube. So okay, so here is one of my inboxes. This is where I list any quick tasks, or just, it's basically like an index. It works very well for me, and I finally have developed a routine with it that works very functionally and it's successful, and it makes me really happy. It took some time. It took a few months to like really figure out what worked, and this does. So as you see how much neater this is, like you can tell that it's been successful. Especially if you see a darkened box like this, that means it's been completed. If you see just a dash, that means it's been moved to my weekly tasks page. Now let's talk about this. So when I plan for my week, I have a task list for the week, and it's this. And when I've completed something, I darken it and highlight it. And then I go through the inboxes and everything and write down the tasks for the week. I decide what is important for the week. Don't you do it, cat. My cat's always bomb my videos. So that's basically, I go through here and I'll check, and if I write it down on here, I'll put a line through it. And then when I complete it, which lets me know that I've moved it to its proper spot, but when I complete it, I'll go back in and darken it in. I do this. I look at this pretty much every single day because my inbox is constantly working, okay? And anything that is immediate, like that is actionable, like emails, phone calls, and things like that, they shouldn't make it to here. They should be done pretty much quickly. So I have my categories are task, email, call, to schedule, and project. So I do a lot of scheduling and things like that, and it's kind of insane. So this has been very successful, and I'm pleased. So I'll take this list and it'll follow along with me to my detailed list. Now I've had questions about the detailed list. Or detail inbox. That's what really detailed inbox. Basically, my brain works in outline form, like a research paper. And so let me give you an example. And I actually was filming a video, and I had this idea while I was filming, and I actually did this on camera, and I wish that the video had worked out so I could show you the excitement that it requires. So my idea was to have an index for all my printables. Everything from die cuts to inserts. So this is a great way to kind of explain how my brain works. So index for printables. I'm gonna do it in an A5 planner, and basically in that I'm gonna have swatches of every printable image and then a copy of every insert. You see? And then how am I going to do it? I'm going to organize with dividers, and then you'll see this. Each little box is a section. Inserts, and then this is subsections. So basically inserts, Peanuts, Planner Co., Annie Plans, and Barmucci. I actually realized I was saying her name wrong, so I apologize. And then my next section will be die cuts, and I haven't decided how I want to categorize those, whether it's going to be by type or like, for example, like Planner Girls, Kawaii, that kind of thing, or by shop. And then my other section is going to be printable vellum, and I'm thinking of just having that in there. So that's how that works. And I do check this, so it keeps me excited to do it. This is considered a project. All right, next. So then I take my little list with me and I go to my next section, which is list. I do check this daily because if I don't, I'll forget something. And I also pull out my weekly projects from my lists. because I try and do at least one project a week. I've added a couple of new lists in here, which I'm planning on adding more. This I saw on Facebook and it just struck a chord with me. I'm not going to lie and say I'm the best mom on earth. I'm really working on being a better mother and how to communicate with my child. When you're with children all day long and it's a different type of dynamic, and it's also a different type of, they were raised very differently. So so I'm a little harder. You got to be a little rough with the kids that I work with. It's just how it is. Positive language alternatives to tame a child's tantrum. And these really do work. So instead of saying, calm down, say, how can I help you? Instead of saying, stop crying. I can see this is hard for you. You're okay. Are you okay? Be quiet. Can you use a softer voice, please? Don't hit. Please be gentle. That's one I actually do live by. Stop yelling. Take a deep breath, then tell me what happened. Now, I do say stop yelling, but I do say take a deep breath, calm down, relax, and then talk to me. I do say that, but I do say stop yelling. Don't get upset. I say that a lot. I shouldn't. It's okay to feel sad. And I do end up saying that eventually. That's enough. Do you need a hug? I say that too much. That's enough. I get fed up, and then I'm over this. I'm here for you. Like, I need to work on this one too. I'm not going to lie. Like, I use a lot of this because of frustration and just anxiety, but I'm working on it. I'm working on being a better person. And then this is a 5-minute brain dump. This is by ViannaOrtezPlans.com. It's like her only free printable right now, but it's actually very useful. It has a trigger list, like project started, not completed. This helps me prepare for my weeks, but this is brand new. I just put it in here today, so I'm not going to use it in this video, but when I do, I'll let y'all know and do a video. So basically, I go through, and usually it's the tabbed ones I look at the most to find what I need. So this red one right here is my weekly review. I've gotten so used to doing things that I don't really need it, but also add to my planner. And I have something, basically I need to, and I've been needing to do this. I need to add key and routines to here, and I haven't done it. And then I have video ideas somewhere else, and then requested videos. This is going to take a lot of planning. So this is my cleaning zones. So I also check on this and see what, zone I'm doing and things. I can actually look at my house and say, okay, I need to do zone 1 first, which are my front rooms. That's usually the ones that get done first because they are in the front of the house. That's where people come in and out. That's where, it's where we hang out. So kitchen, bath, second, so on and so forth. Sorry, I'm losing. This is what I mean by checking with my reminder in the front of checking my list daily, because I plan out lists. This is going to be reoccurring shopping lists and then reoccurring tasks, because things like vellum and ink and stuff is a reoccurring thing. It's going to be nonstop. Okay, sorry. Passwords. But yeah, so basically I go through here, check out what I need to buy. This is where I had the idea pop in my head to do a reoccurring, Oh, I've already done a lot of this and I'm over it. I still need to do that, but so this week I'm actually not going to be doing any cleaning projects because I have a very, very busy work week. So I'm not going to go over tracking today because this needs a whole video on its own, and I've done a few and there have been some changes made. So I'm going to skip over this tracking, which is my monthly tracking. Gratitude. I have gratitude. Basically every bit of tracking I do is right here until recently. So I have I have all the videos that I post, which I need to update. Reoccurring tasks for the month, which change pretty much monthly sometimes. My daughter's chore chart. This pullout has some home care and self-care. This is going to be changing. I'm not going to be putting this right here anymore. I'll show you what I'm going to do because this is cumbersome for me. It just is. I'm going to be doing a different chart, and I'll show it in my monthly setup. Sleep patterns, and then productivity, which is like my most important one. And then I have weather here, and then my focus and personal focus for the month, and then gratitude. So all this is in one, and it really is helpful. Now I'll go to my first weekly. Okay, I do check my calendar. I'm sorry. I do check my calendar, see what's coming up. So I have a nail appointment and a planner meetup, and I write down the things that I need to do to prepare for those days. Like, for example, I'm going to hand draw die cuts for the members, and I also need to I need to make phone calls for my swimmers, and so on and so forth. So I do check this. I basically check the week I'm going into and the week before to see if I need to plan anything for that following week, which I've got a facial coming up, which is nice. So yeah, but a reoccurring task that happens for me is making phone calls to my swimmers to make sure they've paid, because if they don't, they get taken off the list. And if we make an arrangement for them to pay later and they don't, they get banned from my swim lessons for a year. You wouldn't think that it would be that serious, but it really is. If I get in a situation, which I've been many times like that, it really messes my whole schedule up, and I lose quite a bit of money. And then people that really do want swim lessons, because I get booked very, very quickly, people that do want swim lessons end up not being able to get them when they could have. Anyway, just a vent. So this is my weekly tracking. I have finally decided to do weekly tracking. I have set up this week a little differently. This is where I've decided to put my day-to-day tracking task, because I found it kind of cumbersome to go in and do it there. Plus, I didn't feel like it didn't feel that productive, whereas this, it's, I guess, smaller increments make me feel a little more I feel more content with it. It's not as overwhelming. So I've decided to do that here. And then down here, I've been debating on what to do. I could do a weather here. Yes, it's redundant, but you know, it's just like having a monthly layout and a weekly layout and a daily layout. It's the same thing. You could do the same thing for tracking. Like, you like to see your overall month, then your week. And it is easier to track weekly because it's not so much at once. So I've gone ahead and set up this week, and I've got it categorized in home, personal, and spiritual. For home, things that I'm trying to develop routines, because when summer comes, it's going to be something that I need to keep on top of, because when you swim all day long, you have no energy, little to no energy when you get home. So bed, tidy, making the bed daily, tidy, that keep things tidy, which they are not right now. Making sure your clothes are put away. I have an issue with, like, in the mornings, changing outfits and just throwing it on the ground. Like, that's just, I mean, I have an issue with that. And then making sure, I hate doing dishes, but making sure the dishes are in the dishwasher and washing and have them ready for the day, for the morning time, and unloading it is something I really want to do because it would be helpful. And then wiping the counters, like I'm talking about the whole house, okay? And then meal prep and cook. And this also includes like wiping down the tub and stuff too. Like, I didn't put that here, but it's something I really want to add, which, I mean, anyway, so personal, I've got teeth, brush hair, bubble bath, and wash face. Now, I've been really good about washing my face every day. Bubble baths, I'm supposed to do one every single day in bath salts and Epsom salt because of my skin. I'm not going to go into why or whatnot, but it's kind of important, and I have a tendency not to, especially when I swim. I do shower at the pool and use the proper soap and stuff, but it's good for my muscles and my mentality to do this, okay? Brushing my hair, you would not believe when you have hair like mine, it's kind of like in between curly and wavy, and it's like fine at the same time. It dreadlocks, all right, but brushing it can be a huge pain as well. So like sometimes brushing it makes it worse. So I have to but I need to make sure I do brush it every single day, especially at least once a day, not like all day every day, but like once a day, and especially after showers. And I just chopped all my hair off too. And then teeth. You guys, I'm not a gross person, I promise, but when you go through depression and things like that, it's just built in for me, unfortunately, to have anxiety and depression. So sometimes I'm worried about everybody else and forget about myself. I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? I do brush my teeth every day, but sometimes it's a task. Spiritual journaling, planning, prayer, meditating, yoga. These are things I really, really want to build, especially this summer. And this is still running with me, you guys, as I do this. Alright, so this is my new weekly layout right here. Make sure this is still running without a new... Yeah. This is my next action, and this is my task list. Let me explain the weekly task list. Let me explain the difference, because there has been question. This is just how I do it. Okay, so basically everything that I want to accomplish that I've pulled from here and just things I've wanted to do, go here. The next action is literally what it says. The next action for the task. I can't talk. For example, I have right here rough draft. So I have to update, I have to create my summer flyer for my business, right? And the very next action, like the first thing is to do brainstorm it. So I've done that. So now my very next action is the rough draft. I need to type up the rough draft. I need to type it up. Okay, and then fix it and everything. So that's what next action is. And I also have on here type key and routines. Like I have what I want for my routines for in here, but I like typing them because they look nice, and I always put them right here. I need to do that. That's my very next action. And then link YouTubers and Etsy shops on my videos. You guys, I'm trying so hard. Like, I know you may think it's not hard, but for me, I am so illiterate when it comes to this type of stuff. I've improved a lot since I started YouTube, but I'm really don't have the patience. I have patience for children. I have patience for art. I have patience for a lot of things, but the internet is not one of them. So I promise to get better. So these are from Barmucci. Anyway, I love her inserts, and I'm a big fan of her Instagram and her YouTube, although she hadn't posted a video in a long time. She is what I thrive for. She's functional, her planner's thick, and she's got tabs. She's everything I live for, I think. But she's also, I love her inserts. She designed these. Now, these are very similar to my scheduled inserts, but I'm going to explain why I have 3 different weekly layouts, and I'll explain each one, okay? So this one is for personal. Anything personal going on that I need to do, just scheduled personally, this is it. For example, when I go to work, when I need to pay a credit card, when my daughter has swim lessons, when a planner meetup, nails, etc., etc. Wear green and gold. I have it, and look, I'm using stickers. Aren't you proud of me? So that's what this is for, and I've already filled this stuff out. Today, if you see trash here, because trash came today, and then I also am going to be cleaning the house a little bit, and then I do pre-plan, or I did, in this case, just a little bit like this. Not a lot, because I like white space. Testing week, clinic, that's where, okay, no duty week, I don't have duty, and see over here, I have duty week, there I have duty. So that's what this one's for. That's where all this stuff goes. And at the bottom, I was planning on doing meal planning here, but I was thinking in the later, after this week, I'm going to try doing important reminders, such as things like wearing green and gold to school, that type of stuff goes here. But yeah, and then putting my meal plan maybe on my weekly here. I don't know, we'll see. I even may do a whole separate meal plan thing. I'm not sure. I haven't decided. And then My next weekly are from My Summer Touch, and I'm madly obsessed with her. And Brandy Michelle Plans. By the way, they did a collab, and I'm like dying so bad. I'm like, was so excited for that. But anyway, so what I use these for, what's great about these, first off, if you don't already know, the whole month pulls out, and you can see the entire month with the week views, and I find that really amazing. And then they have grid on all the different parts. So what I use this for are my notes for the week, weekly review, and weekly improvement. So basically, I put events and stuff obviously right here, but I use this mostly for notes and review. And then basically what I use review for is to create an improvement list of what I want to do that could improve myself or my planning or mostly my productivity. And it's just something I need right now. So I literally set it up very simply, nothing crazy, just like that. Now I am on a no spend for the next few days, or actually next couple of months. So that's going to be interesting. Now I do color code, and I have them here. Right here, these are my pens and a pencil for scheduling and color code, and I do carry this around. Like I said, I'll do a video on that later. But for example, Friday at work, so blue. I'm gonna try this so I can see it a little better. Okay. Where? And gold. And then Saturday it's personal stuff for me. So like I get my nails done, it'll be purple. Nails done. At 9 o'clock, and I arranged this to be like this. This is what's so great about managing your time and time blocking, is because you can actually plan things close enough together or far enough apart that it's the most efficient. So for example, I'm getting my nails done at 9, and then planner meetups at 1, and they just happen to be like right there next to each other. I'm fortunate enough to like live in the area that we're having it and live 4 minutes from where we're having it. So it's really exciting for me. And keep in mind, I'm still holding on to this throughout. And then as you see here, these are my weekly notes. I simply write notes that anything that I may come across that I find interesting will go here. So this is pretty much my notes section as well. And right next to it, and I put 2 months in, this is next month, which I'll do on a video. And then I have my dailies right here, right next to it, and they're also Barmucci, and I pretty much pull out the week that we're on like this, and then have this and then this to create my dailies. And it really is wonderful, and I love it. And I'm going to do a daily plan with me here in a moment, but let's move on to my next week. So this is my scheduling weekly, okay? There's not a lot of decoration. I did attempt it, and it lost all the important information, so that's why I did another weekly. But this is how this is my hold on. This is how I set my schedule up. I put the highlights are where my swim lessons are going to be, and then everything else will be done outside of those times. And as you see, I have a very full day. We're talking about 10 a.m., which is very late for me. That's when I'll do all my housework to 5:30, 6 p.m. And then after that, I'm done. So I like to keep this separate because my clients do need to be able to see this as well. So and that's I believe that's how I do my weeklies. That's the new kind of situation. And if you just wait, and I'll post this, and then I'll go into my daily planning and then my monthly planning. So thanks for watching. I love you so much. Until next time, bye.